This video is a part of a series of videos related to the income head, profits and gains of business or profession. For continuation and better understanding, please watch the videos in its chronological order. All the videos in this playlist are numbered chronologically. And in this video, we will discuss the meaning of the terms business and profession, followed by a discussion on the formats. The term business is defined under section 2, subsection 13, and it includes any trade or any commerce or manufacture of any adventure or concern which is in the nature of trade, commerce, or manufacture. Now, this is the definition as given by the Income Tax Act. Now, the profession is defined as per section 2, subsection 36, and the term profession is not defined in this act, but what it mentions is that the profession can be any occupation which requires some degree of learning, and it also includes vocation as well. Okay. Now, from the assessment perspective, that is from the taxation perspective, in short, how are you going to tax the income that is generated out of business or profession? It does not make any difference whether you are generating the income by way of a business or by way of profession or by vocation, because the way in which these profits are taxed remains the same. So, all these sources are taxed alike. Even though the business or profession or vocation is illegal, so even if it is tainted with illegality, it does not make a difference. In short, whether the business or profession or vocation is legal or whether it is illegal, whatever profits are generated out of such business or profession or vocation is still taxable. Hence, it is not exempted. In case the SSC has multiple businesses, in such cases, each of these business he need to calculate the profit separately. Okay, the profits from each of this business has to be calculated separately. But at the end, the tax will be charged as per the aggregate profits from all such businesses. The SSC can compute his income either on cash system of accounting or mercantile system of accounting. In case of cash system of accounting, the books of accounts are maintained in such a way that entries of transactions are made as and when there is cash receipts or cash payments. Whereas in case of mercantile system of accounting, you take a time frame, that is the accounting year, financial year, and whatever expenses and incomes are related to this time frame, okay, that is accounting or financial year, whether it is received or whether it is outstanding, whether it is paid or whether it is outstanding, it will be entered in the books of accounts. That's what mercantile system of accounting is. Okay, so the SSC can compute his income either on cash system or mercantile system. There is no restrictions as such. This is the format for profits from business. Okay, we start with net profits as shown by the profit and loss account that is prepared by the SSC. Now remember, why do we have to add certain items and less deduct certain items is because at the end of the day, whatever net profits are shown by the SSC in his books of accounts may not be the actual profits from the business. He might take up various measures to hike the net profits. Either he might show net profits which are higher than what actually it is, or he might charge something which is not related to the business so that his net profits that are shown in the profit and loss account is much lesser. Now, in case if he wants to show it as much lesser, the reason might be that he wants to pay less tax. In case if he's showing higher net profits, that means to say he wants to project a better picture of his business. So there might be, this is only one of the reasons for which he might either increase the net profits or he might decrease the net profits. But ultimately, the tax has to be paid on the actual net profits that are generated by the business for a financial year. Now, how do we find out this actual net profits? Okay, so this is the format that has to be followed. Now, there are expenses which are not allowed as business expense, but the SSC might already debit it in his profit and loss account. The minute he shows some expenses which are not related to the business, automatically his net profits that are shown will be less than what it actually is. Okay, so there are expenses like let us say household expenses. He might show household expenses as his business expense so that his net profits shown are much lesser. That's the reason why we need to add expenses which are not allowed but which are already been debited to profit and loss account. So once you add such expenses, now your net profit will show the actual net profits of the business. Okay. Now there are expenses which are allowed, but he may not have shown those expenses. Okay. So I'm talking about this particular item. There might be expenses which are not allowed, which he has debited. So you have to add it back so that net profits will show the true, so that the net profits will be the true figure. On the other hand, there might be certain expenses which are allowed, which are actually related to the business, but he may not have debited to profit and loss account. In which case, the net profits that are shown is much higher than what actually it is. As such, you need to deduct such expenses. Okay, so expenses not allowed but debited to profit and loss account has to be added back to net profits, and expenses that are allowed but not debited to profit and loss account have to be deducted from the net profits so that the net profits will show the true value. We already spoke about adjustments related to expenses side, that is debit side of the profit and loss account. Let us look into the income side of it. Now there are certain incomes which are allowed in the sense it is related to business but it is not shown in the profit and loss account. Since it is an income of the business but not shown in the profit and loss account, the net profits that are shown in the book in the profit and loss account is actually less than what it is. Okay, as such you need to bring this net profits to the actual level, and that's the reason why you add those incomes which are related to business but not yet credited to profit and loss account. Likewise, there are certain incomes which are not allowed, which are not related to the business, but the SSC, the businessman has gone ahead and has shown it on the credit side of the profit and loss account. When you are showing an income which is not related to the business in your profit and loss account, definitely the net profit shown in the profit and loss account is much higher than what actually it is. That means to say you have to bring it down to the actual net profits. For that reason, you need to deduct all those incomes which are not allowed but credited to profit and loss account. Ultimately, when you make all these adjustments for expenses not allowed but debited to P&L account, income allowed but not credited to P&L account, incomes not allowed but credited to P&L account, and expenses allowed but not debited to P&L account. When you make all these adjustments, ultimately you will get the actual net profits of the business, and this is the net profit which will be considered by the income tax department to calculate your tax. That is the gist of profits from business. Moving ahead to gains from profession. Okay, so when it comes to profession, how do we calculate the taxable professional income? We calculate all the professional incomes. We add all the professional incomes, and from that we deduct all the professional expenses. The resulting figure turns out to be the taxable professional income. That's all for now. Thank you.